Hey guys, it's Big Bimo What Ifs here. Bringing you a new What If series. Now, I know I said I was gonna do a Naruto What If series next, but I scratched that idea because I thought maybe this idea might be a little bit more popular. Now, I know someone suggested what if Deku had the Opie no Mi, but instead of that, I thought of my own idea. Now I've seen Tatsumaki and Mob together, as a pairing for what's it called, for Deku's parents. But this time I am going to obviously it's gonna be a little bit weird, but it's gonna be, what if Deku was the son of Tatsumaki and Saitama? Now, I'm not sure if Saitama has a last name that was mentioned in the series. Completely forgot. Now, in this series, obviously, I'm going to make it so that his last name was Midoriya. Just for the fact that we still get the name Izuku Midoriya, the one and only, Alright. Now, let's I'd say this is probably maybe part 0. If not just part 1. I'm going to explain some backstory, and if it's not that long, I'd rather my videos be like over 20 minutes at least. So, if it's not that long, then it'll just be part 1. Now, obviously, this is a weird scenario. So, I didn't watch too much of season 2. I'm not too big into watching the animes. Recently, I'm more into like reading manga and stuff. So, I'm just gonna put this at the end of season 1 after, what is his name? The alien attack. I forgot the name of the last fight that Saitama had. But after the whole alien invasion has stopped, with the little scenes with Tatsumaki and Genos and Saitama happens. Now, obviously, Genos is thrown into a wall, and it's just Saitama and Tatsumaki there. Now, obviously, she's asking him questions, like, what were you doing in there? You're just a B-ranked hero. Like, what happened? Like, stuff like that. Now, that's what I'm gonna say. As you know, one of the mole dudes that happened to be there from earlier, like in that season, I think he was still an alien too. I'm not sure. Pretty sure he was still an alien. But anyways, one of these guys pops up. Obviously, this is nowhere in the series at all. I'm just trying to find a honestly not logical way to bring them into the My Hero universe. Now, actually, it wouldn't even be a mole. I'm sorry, I'm coming into this like I come into every other video, not scripted, because I'm not good at planning ahead. I'm not good at planning in general, but I'm not good at planning ahead. Even more so. Now, I'd say, one of those squid alien guys, that Saitama meets in the ship. Now, there's another one, but unlike the first one, he doesn't control gravity and he doesn't make black holes. Now, he makes portals to different dimensions. Usually, the dimensions are fatal, but it has infinite possibilities, just like what a black hole would have. Obviously, black hole would probably crush you, but Anyways, now, obviously going for the attack, having known that Saitama is this like all-powerful being, having known that he destroyed like everyone inside the ship, including his leader. He would aim for him. Saitama not really, well, he'd probably be on guard, but not really like being scared of this guy's attack, not knowing what he can do. Would get teleported. Now, Tatsumaki wouldn't be able to react as fast, and she would also be teleported. Now, they land in basically what's kind of like the same place. They're in Japan, but it's a different Japan, one that they don't know. Obviously, the cities aren't named by the alphabet. They ask where they are, and they get actual names of cities, not city H or H city or stuff like that, Now obviously they're both wondering like where they are, trying to find out more. And they're trying to do it together since obviously they both came here together. Now, eventually they find out that they're not in the same world, having not like found any type of hero like association that they knew, like having just one hero association. In fact, they just find out that there's multiple from different types of heroes, and they see all these different types of heroes and stuff. Now, throughout the years, like they stick together. And Tatsumaki begins to like lighten up to Saitama, and obviously their relationship grows, as well as they register to be heroes and start doing hero work and stuff. Obviously still having that heroic like type of thing. I think more so for Tatsumaki it would probably be like money or something like that, or just popularity. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, they would start doing hero work. Saitama would find out that it's not good for heroes to kill the villains, which in turn he would have to just like, at this point, like being how powerful he is, he'd honestly just have to start saving people, and when he'd have to get into a fight, he'd just restrain them, like easy as that. Like it's not even like, it doesn't, God, what's the word? It's not even any trouble to him. It's literally like nothing, because he's just that OP. Now, obviously, as what's it called? Tatsumaki and Saitama's relationship gets deeper and stuff. They eventually date, then get married, and then obviously onto kids. Now, you know how Tatsumaki's power is like telekinesis, right? Now, obviously it's extremely powerful. At her potential, it's powerful enough to lift buildings like it's nothing. Now, obviously, and everyone should know that Saitama's special power isn't just to be extremely OP, it's just limit break, right? Where he just constantly can't break his limit. There is no limit to his power, like, or how much he can grow. So, I feel like Deku would have a mix of that. Now, Deku is going to be mad OP. And he's going to do it in a short time, too. Now, obviously, Deku is going to have, his mom's quirk, Tatsumaki's, not quirk, his mom's, power, as well as Saitama's power. They're going to be mixed. So what it means is basically, with his body, he can break all limits, and he doesn't have a limit when it comes to the strength of his body. But he also does not have a limit at all to how much he can use his telekinesis, as well as how much stuff he can like manipulate or like pick up with his telekinesis. Like what I'm trying to say is, my man could move planets type thing, like eventually. Like obviously it's not gonna happen while he's like a little kid, you know. But I'm just telling you, the full potential is he's gonna be like Saitama with his body, and he's gonna be like, I don't know, like just moving planets, like he's reshaping like a solar system type thing. Like that's basically it. Now, obviously, let's just say, for his powers, unlike quirks, they don't develop when he's even a toddler, a little child. They're gonna develop, like his parents tell him, like they're gonna develop like way much later, like when he's like almost 10 type of thing. Now, obviously, at 4, he's obviously taken into an office because Tatsumaki and Saitama don't want to be suspicious. Saitama obviously always bored, always looking bored because he doesn't have any type of good fight. Tatsumaki always being the tsundere loli that she is. What's it called? Now, alright, what's it? Now, obviously, they go through the whole thing, run a few tests, and once the doctor gets back with the results, it's always the same thing. It's like the doctor comes up and says, "I'm sorry, Ms. Midoriya, but it seems as though your child is not going to develop a quirk, or does not have a quirk." And obviously he goes through with Tatsumaki and Saitama, who's honestly probably not even there. Like, he's probably in another world thinking about whatever. Obviously, he goes over the fact that he has a joint in his toe that, through evolution of quirks, shouldn't be there, if I'm correct. Or maybe it's the other way around, where it should be there, but it's not. I think he has the extra joint, so, and it shouldn't be there if he had a quirk. Alright, now, obviously, Deku's sad, obviously wanting to be a great hero like his parents, knowing that they're great heroes. Obviously, Saitama not wanting to be as known. He would probably not even be ranked, top ranked, but Tatsumaki obviously being probably ranked number 2, just because of the fact of her attitude, but also the fact that she could probably whoop Endeavor's ass. Now, alright, now, obviously, Deku, not having any type of quirk or anything, he does go through the same bullying process. Now, Baku obviously is gonna come up to him. He's like, haha, useless Deku. Yeah, what's it called? No one's gonna be as, as strong as me. I'm gonna be the number 1 hero, while you're just here being quirkless, or some. Anyways, a really cocky attitude, and God, I hate Bakugo. Anyone who likes Bakugo or fangirls over Todoroki, they have daddy issues. They live too much in the fantasy world. Oh my god, Todoroki. Nah, yeah, no. Oh god, Bakugo, I love how tough he is. Yeah, that's because they didn't get beat by their fathers when they was little. They too out there. Alright, anyways. Alright, anyways, obviously Bakugo being cocky, constantly abusing verbally abusing Deku, always pushing him around. Obviously, this would go on for years and years until Deku was 10. Now, obviously, this is when his parents would tell him check, maybe you by chance have your powers. Now, obviously, he wouldn't awaken them in a weird way where he shows it to the whole class. I don't like to do those types of scenes. It's just his parents telling him or at least Tatsumaki telling him yo, you might have manifested your powers by now. What's it called? And he obviously, when they do test his powers, they see Tatsumaki's. They see the telekinesis. They obviously don't know about Saitama's, and they don't test to see if Saitama's power. They don't, because even Saitama himself doesn't know he actually has the power. He just thinks he got strong from 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 100 pull-ups, and a 10-kilometer run. Yeah, no, that's not. Every day for 3 years. Yeah, that's not how it works. Now, obviously, they stay believing. Oh, he has telekinesis like Tatsumaki. Obviously, Deku being wow, that means I could one day be one of the greatest heroes in the world, Obviously, still having his cheerful, hopeful attitude, Now, God, I wish I could give better storytelling and give dialogue. Maybe I should start eventually once I have more time making scripts. But obviously, if you guys didn't know, I have to deal with school. I'm still a high schooler. I have to deal with working out because I am going to be a Marine. And I'm trying to find a job too. So there's a lot that's going on in my life, so I don't have too much time to actually write out a script. I don't want to be one of those guys who posts once a week or something like that. I want to be more frequent and put out content for everyone. Obviously, it might not be the best, but it might be entertaining for some people, Anyways, let's get back to the what if rather than what's going on in my life. Alright, so now obviously, Tatsumaki would be yo, let's keep it low key, or something like that. Be don't want too many people. I don't want you getting cocky over the fact that you have power. Obviously, Tatsumaki, having learned in this world, they're learned from Saitama type thing. Now, obviously, Tatsumaki would start training him on their own. Being heroes, they're loaded. Obviously not Saitama as much as Tatsumaki, but Tatsumaki's loaded. Now, they would probably have their own training space where they can do this. Now, obviously, Deku not having a problem because he knows he has power, would still go through torment. Also, I forgot to mention, obviously Tatsumaki would tell Deku about this, like, why it's not a quirk and it's just like actual power, like uh, why it's different from a quirk, and like stuff like that. Obviously telling him about the other world and how they came here, and that's why he didn't develop it at 4. He developed it later, still through genes, but it's like it's instead of it's like a 20% like don't have it. It's like obviously most people don't have it in the One Punch Man world, but like it's still genetic, and like through genetics it's still 100% or something like that. So I'll say something like that. Anyways, and obviously Deku would understand. He's a smart kid. He would understand something like that even at 10. Now, for the until the start of the anime, I think he was 14 or 15 at the start of the anime. I don't understand how he would be 15. I mean, I started high school a little bit after I don't know, yeah, when I was still like 13, and I turned 14 during high school, like, or during my freshman year. Like, I don't understand. Anyways, now, actually no, maybe I turned 14 in high school, yeah, or like right before high school, I think, yeah, right before. Okay, anyways, we would skip to the start of the anime. Now, obviously, Deku would be on his way to school. He would obviously stop being a big nerd still about heroes. Sorry. He would stop to see a giant, I think, purse snatcher, if I'm correct, be cornered and get into a large fight with Kamui Woods. Obviously, he would start writing down about the gigantification quirk and Kamui Woods quirk as well. Now, obviously, just like in the anime, Kamui Woods would go for his binding attack, and Mount Lady would pop in, do a freaking drop kick, and save the day. Obviously, Deku would write down like, oh, she can make her body big and fight against these giant villains, but walking around like that or fighting for too long in that could definitely destroy a lot and stuff like that. Anyways, now obviously, Deku would go into school, sit down at his desk just like normal, and obviously the teacher would walk in with his papers. He would be like, all right, now these are your test papers, or like career aptitude papers, something along those lines. Now obviously he would do the whole thing where he threw it up in the air and he was like, what am I getting? I know all of you guys want to go the hero track. Everyone except for Bakugo would use their quirks. Obviously not Deku. He doesn't have a quirk. Now Deku would still sit there raising his hand just like The other's obviously not high, but he would still have like his hand partially raised. And then obviously, as always, the cocky old Bakugo, he would interrupt, and he would say something like, what's it called? Something. I know I'm gonna be a hero. All of you extras don't even have a chance. What's it called? The best you could be is sidekick to some D-list heroes or something like that. Obviously, being the most cocky piece of shit little bitch. Now, yeah, obviously. Then the teacher would obviously say, yes, of course, Bakugo, you have amazing scores on all your tests and stuff, or amazing grades, and your quirk is amazing. You'd definitely be able to make it into UA. And then he'd be like, oh, Midoriya as well. Izuku Midoriya. I hear that you're also applying to UA. Now, obviously, everyone would burst into laughter. Like, who they think is quirkless is trying to get into UA. Obviously, Bakugo gets pissed and explodes his desk. I don't know how the teacher condones this. Like, come on, it's quirk-filled world, but like, still, it's freaking school. Come on, dog. The teacher's the worst person in this scenario, other than Bakugo. He's not stopping it. Come on. He's a teacher. He should be the voice of reason. Anyways, now obviously, Bakugo goes on his big old rant about how even quirkless Deku is even worse than the rest of them. Stuff about go jump off a bridge. Or no. That would be after class. Obviously, he would talk about Deku being useless and how he would never get into UA, so he shouldn't even reply. Now, obviously, after class, it'd be the same thing. Bakugo would try to grab his notebook. Obviously, he would miss. Now, Deku, obviously, having noticed Bakugo, instead of being too deep into his book or his notebook, obviously, since he's trained with his mind a lot, having telekinesis and being trained by his mom, which honestly no one would expect to be all that nice and pretty. It's probably extremely ruthless, knowing Tatsumaki. Now, obviously Deku would notice, pull away his notebook. Now, obviously, either way, Bakugo would still give his speech about how he's worthless, useless, he's quirkless, he shouldn't go apply to UA, and to dive off or swan dive off a bridge or something like that, swan dive off the roof, whatever. Now, Deku would probably walk away after this, honestly probably not caring about these words, since I mean he knows he has a quirk. He knows he has potential to make it as a hero. Obviously he doesn't have 100% faith, but he's determined. He still has his determination. Now he's unfazed by Bakugo's talk, because he knows Bakugo's just a big bully. Like, why should he listen to a bully's words, right? Anyways, what's it called? What's his name? Anyways, obviously, Deku would obviously take a detour home that night, but I'm gonna end it off here. before anything else happens. This is gonna be part 1 of what if Deku was the son of Tatsumaki and Saitama. Thank you for watching. Sorry to leave it on a cliffhanger. I know everyone wants, that scene to happen, or the next couple of scenes to happen. Anyways, sorry, but I hope you guys like this new what if. I will be back with what if Luffy was overpowered part 6 tomorrow, and probably the day after that, part 2 of this. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, have a good day, wherever you are, and peace.